Life on the Fast Lane was the 9th episode of The Simpsons, first broadcasted on March 18, 1990, written by John Swartzwelder and directed by David Silverman. This is also the second episode of the series to have Albert Brooks as a guest star following the Call of the Simpsons, which is an episode we've already covered before. If you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link to it in the corner. Also noteworthy in this episode was that this was the first episode of the show to win an Emmy for Outstanding Animated Program. So having forgotten about Marge's birthday, Homer rushes to the Springfield Mall and impulsively buys her a bowling ball. Marge is not impressed with the gift, and after discovering that he intends to use it, she decides to spite him by going bowling herself. While at the alley, she meets Jock, played by Albert Brooks, a charming French bowling instructor who offers her lessons. Jock begins to fall for Marge and invites her to his apartment. Although she agrees, Marge undergoes a moral dilemma. In the end, Marge visits Homer at the nuclear plant, a la An Officer and a Gentleman style. The original plan for this episode was for Albert Brooks to voice a Swedish tennis coach called Bjorn, with the episode to be titled Bjorn to be Wild. But because he improvised so much of his dialogue, which you can see in the Season 1 DVD commentary sets, which are really funny, by the way. These are really funny audio outtakes from Brooks' recording.
Have you ever been to Hershey, Pennsylvania, Marge?
No.
It's where they make that candy. I was there for a while. I had a bad time there, Marge. I accidentally, I didn't mean to do it. Well, the car backed up. I didn't know things were behind me. I killed a prize horse. That's why I'm here.
Oh,
I'm on the run, Marge. Because the horse isn't. Anyway, my friend. Marge, I'm going to do something that I would not ordinarily do. I'm going to break the bottle on the sink. But I'm going to do it in such a way that the glass will not be cut. No. I'm bleeding, Marge! Perfect. The stage is set. The curtain rises. The overture swells. The apartment's on fire!
That are definitely more than worth a watch. But this is definitely one of the highlights of the show's first season. It's a great episode in which we see the early signs of why Homer and Marge's relationship is not as perfect as it seems to be in the early days. It's the first real episode that we see that the discrepancies of the relationship are there, and Marge is not overly mad at Homer, but is just frustrated with the fact that he keeps forgetting her birthday and waits until the last minute to get her a present, and when he does, it's usually something that's for him. And the episode works because we see a dilemma that couples can relate to, trying to remain loyal to your significant other without trying to resist temptation. The temptation in this case being Brooks' Jock. The episode is also great because they trick you into thinking that Marge is going to go through with that temptation, and it leads to that great ending where, she has to choose between the fork and the road. Like, she either goes to the power plant and beats with Homer, or she decides to go to Jock's apartment and basically end it all. And of course it leads to that great ending in the style of An Officer and a Gentleman, even though, honestly, let's be honest, it'd be a really short series if Marge actually went through it and broke it off with Homer. We also get a very interesting subplot about Lisa and Bart going through the stages of when parents drift apart from each other, and it really is so odd to not see Bart be the smartass we've come to know and love him for when he starts realizing what the heck is going on, and they're going through the stages of fear, like Lisa's already well deep into it, and when Bart finally gets to a certain point, Lisa's just like, I'm sorry, Bart, I would help you, but I'm already at stage 5, self-pity. Like, this is very deep stuff, and this is, again, kind of like with the Telltale Head, we're starting to see The Simpsons becoming more than just a goofy cartoon show in prime time. Like, we're seeing this as a more adult series, and it's a really good episode on a number of different levels. You've got great animation, the great Richard Gibbs doing great music overall. He'd have an illustrious career as a composer for movies. The comedy works well, the payoff at the end is great. It's a great episode overall, and maybe, quite possibly, the best episode of the season. I mean, this is really The Simpsons at its earliest peak, and we're only just getting started from here, folks.
Marge! What a lovely surprise! You're here to see me, right?
Of course. Tell the boss.
Tell him I'm going to the back seat of my car with a woman I love, and I won't be back for 10 minutes.